hi here. No, let me stop. But yeah. This video is going to be my coming out video, I guess you can say. And yeah. So, like there's this controversy that not really that, or whether people are born gay or it's something that's learned. Well, I don't think I learned to be gay, because that's crazy. I knew, well, I don't want to say I knew I was gay or whatever since I was a kid, but I knew that I felt differently towards girls. But I mean, as a child, you're not like, oh hey, like, like, no. But I'm from the South, so it's not really that accepted for people to, be homosexual. So growing up here, it was never like okay. So my parents, well, not really parents, but my grandmother and my mom, like, they weren't really like, ooh, gay people. Like, it wasn't like that. And it wasn't accepted here, so I wasn't like, hey, well, let me be, like, no. But I knew that I felt differently. So I remember one time, when I was, crap, I don't even know. I remember moving. Okay, before 5th grade, I knew that I, kind of had kind of liked girls, but I didn't really act on it because, like, I didn't really care. Like, I didn't care. So, so I moved to Atlanta, Georgia with my mom and my brother and my sister when Hurricane Katrina came. We moved to Georgia, and I met this girl, but she was my best friend too. She was my best friend, but like we used to, like, I guess, like, kiss and stuff and like whatever. But like, no, I was in 6th grade when this happened. I was in 6th grade. But like, I didn't like her or anything. Like, I didn't have feelings for her. But I did not like kissing her, I guess. Like, but I didn't like her like that. But I also had a boyfriend at the time, so, but I would never let him, like, touch me or something. Not just, like, I don't know, like, it was just something in me that was like, like, no. So, I mean, I still didn't think that I was gay or whatever. So, sorry. I moved back home. Again in 7th grade, and I didn't really, I was back where I'm from, so I knew everybody, so I wasn't about to, like, no. And it wasn't really accepted. Like, it really was not accepted here. Like, kids who were, like, gay at school, or who people thought they were gay, like, they got teased bad. Like, bad. And I wasn't about to be, one of those kids. So, in 8th grade, I started living, like, this double life, I guess you can say. Like, on the internet, I had, like, I had, like, a side of me. I had a side of me that talked to girls, and then I had, like, just the regular me. And I had a boyfriend in 8th grade, but it wasn't serious. And when I got in 9th grade, like 8th grade going into 9th grade, that's when I first ever had when I thought I was in love for the first time. It was a guy, but I mean, I wasn't in love. Like, looking back on it now, and the way that I feel about Sakina, and, like, no. So, but that was the first real relationship I thought I was in. And he was older than me, not like a lot, like a year older than me. And I was a freshman and he was a sophomore, and we never did anything sexual, but like we kissed and stuff. And I was in ninth grade, and I had this friend, and she had been my friend since we were younger, like younger, and like we would talk about, like, we would never say that we were gay or that we like girls, but we would talk, talk about it and say how, things that happened in our past, and but we were never like gay together, if that makes sense. And one time, I think it was MySpace at the time, I had a secret life, and like me and the boy broke up, I had a girlfriend, but it was like online, so like we never seen each other until like I was in like 10th or 11th grade, like for real, for real. But she wasn't my girlfriend for a long time. That was just my first ever girlfriend, but it wasn't like real. We were like online, but she was, yeah. But the girl who was my friend, I think we were talking on MySpace one time, and she told me to meet her in the bathroom or something in the back of the school. But like I really wasn't. Sorry. Oh crap! I really wasn't gonna meet her or go to meet her, but like I never went to go meet her. But her boyfriend, I guess, her boyfriend at the time, he was in the same grade as us, but he let me text Sakina back. Sorry. Sorry, guys. But yeah, so when I got in class, like he started telling everybody like all these things, like, oh, I'm gay and all this, and he was telling everybody, so everyone was like teasing me and stuff, but like I wasn't like the person to get bullied. Like nobody's not about to bully me. So like I mean I was like, man, I was like, but I started denying it. Like I was like, no, cause no, like they were laughing and stuff. I was like, no, like I'm not gay, like that wasn't me. So I told everyone that it was my cousin who was talking to the girl. And if you're watching this now, you know. But I was never, like, I wasn't attracted to her. She was not attractive to me. Like, I didn't like her. She wasn't, like, I didn't like her like that. We weren't talk. I forgot what happened, like, honestly, but, like, I just know I really wasn't ever attracted to her. And, the boy and his cousin, they kept teasing me in class, and I had this friend, and he was a guy, and he took like the science book, because we were in science class, and he really launched it and hit one of them in the face. So they were about to fight, so we had to go to the principal's office, and the principal, well, the assistant principal, which was like the disciplinary principal, he was like one of the like track coaches kind of at my school, so I definitely didn't want him to know like what was happening. So I was like, oh, like nothing's wrong, like, because I was crying, but you know, he was like my track coach, so he was like, what's wrong, you know, and I was like, oh, nothing, because I didn't even tell on them because I did not want him to know. So I was like, oh my god, like nothing. So I had called it all off. And I remember crying because people were teasing me and stuff, but I wasn't crying because, like, I mean, my feelings were hurt, and I was like, oh my god, but like I was really angry. Like I was so angry, so I lied, and I told everyone that I'm not gay. Like I'm not gay. So from then on, I made it my mission to, like, I was not about to do nothing with no girls. Like, no. So I got a boyfriend, and I had to, yeah. But something tragic happened to me in my 10th grade year, and yeah, I don't think I want to talk about that. But I got my first ever real girlfriend. My first ever real girlfriend in 11th grade, or I thought it, like I said, I never had a real relationship until I met Sakina, because like the way I feel about Sakina, I've never felt about anyone ever before. So when I first ever like had got this girlfriend, not first ever, when I first got her, like got with the girl that I was with, it was online too, but we saw each other, and well, no, we didn't see each other for a long time, but it finally felt right, like, to me, like being in a relationship with like it finally felt right, because when I was with guys, like something just always was off. And so the first person I told was my best friend, and well, it was so hard for me to tell her, like seriously so hard. I didn't actually tell her out of my mouth. I began to tell her, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I was telling her, like, don't hate me and don't judge me, but like I love somebody and da 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 and whatever whatever. Not really love somebody, but like this person a lot, because I didn't love her. And she was like, who? And so I threw my phone at her. I pulled up the picture of the girl and I threw my phone at her, and I hid down in the seat because we were on our way to a basketball game. And she was like, really, Kai? Really, like, this really what you wanted to tell me? Like, it took you all of that to tell me this? And she was like, okay. Well, at first she acted like it was okay, but she was actually, when I, like, no, it wasn't okay. Well, she said it was okay. So, you know, I'm like, okay, you know, alright. So it was finally easy for me to actually talk to a real person that I really knew about, like, these feelings, like, you know, because I've never told anyone before. And so, except online, like, not real people. So, a couple days later, I was really sick, like tired of hiding this from my grandmother and my family. Well, my grandmother, because she's like my best friend too. So, you know, it was so hard for me to tell her. But I went in her room, and I remember I sat down to tell her, and I was like, please don't judge me, and I'm still the same person. And she was like, are you pregnant? Like, she thought I was pregnant. She kept saying I was pregnant. I'm like, hell no, if you only knew, I'm far from pregnant, like far. And it took me like 2 hours to finally get it out, and I still couldn't say it out of my mouth. Like, I could never say I'm gay, or like I like girls. Like, I could never say it. Like, so I wrote it down that I like girls. I couldn't say I'm gay or something. And she was like, girl, well, I didn't want her to think. I don't know. I was trying to make it easy as possible, so I said only this girl. Like, it's only this specific one girl. Like, I don't like any other girls, just this girl, which wasn't true, but you know, it was easier. And I made her promise not to get mad. So she was just like, okay, well, I can't tell you what to do with your life, and if that's what you want to do with your life, then you do it, but you're not allowed to bring that into my home or around my, you know, my house. So I mean, I was like, okay, you know, whatever. So, I made her pinky promise not to tell anyone, which you guys know that wasn't going to happen because she told people. But I remember one day I was getting ready for a basketball game, and I was putting my hair into a ponytail. When my grandmother, she didn't like for me to wear my hair down. So I'm putting my hair in a ponytail, which she always wanted me to, but then she just was like, what, are you trying to look like a boy or something? And I was like, look like a boy? First of all, guys, I never ever wanted to look like a boy. Like, no, not at all. Ew. And she was like, are you trying to be a boy or something? And I was like, be a boy? Like, what are you even saying? Like, no. And so she was like, did you tell your mama that you gay yet or something? And I was like, no, I don't think that's her business or her concern, because I don't live with my mom. My mom still lives in Atlanta. Well, I didn't live with my mom at the time. She lived in Atlanta. And, like, she was just, like, so angry. So I walked out because she was, no, you know what she said? She said, she followed me out. And she was like, don't you know you're going to burn in hell? Like, she said, you know that this is a bigger sin? No, that's what she said. She said, you know that this is a bigger sin than killing somebody? And I got mad. Like, I was like, so you're telling me just because I can't help to choose to like what I like, that's like worse than someone taking someone's life? So I got mad and walked out. So she followed me out, and she's really religious. I told you guys that I'm from the South. So she was like, you know you're gonna burn in hell? And that was like, I was up to here, guys. I was like, you know what? I was like, okay, well, if I'm gonna burn in hell, I'm just gonna burn right along with everybody else. And I was like, and you too. You're not supposed to judge anyone. And she slapped the hell out of me, like, pow. And I got so mad. Like, I really stormed out the house, and I was like, I'm not coming back here. Like, I'm going to live with my dad. Like, I'm really not coming back here. And so I went to school, and I'm crying and stuff, but my worst fear was people at school finding out. So I was not about to tell them why I was crying, even though everyone was asking me. So my Mimi, she doesn't text. Like, she's old, but she texted me that day in class, and she was like, I'm so sorry. She was like, I just couldn't, get the fact that I never thought that my little baby would come and tell me this or whatever. And but she was like, if that's what you are, I'm gonna still love you and whatever. So I was like, okay. So I still never openly came out to people at school. Like, I kind of did it on a social network, on Twitter. Like, I put my girlfriend in my bio, and like I would tweet about her and things over the summer. No, I take that back. Before then, like, after my grandma, everyone was like judging me and stuff. Like, I was trying not, like, my family, they were judging me. I was trying not to be gay. Like, I was trying not to. Like, I was really trying to be straight, and guys, let me tell you, it did not work. Like, it did not work at all. It just didn't work. And I tried. Like, I really tried. I tried hard, but it didn't work. So I didn't actually come out about it. Like, I would tweet about this girl. I would tweet about her or whatever. And it was like, I guess when I got to school my senior year, people were like asking all my friends questions. And I was like, is she gay? Is she gay? And like, they were like, I don't know, ask her. Like, they were just telling people to ask me, but I would never. And when they started asking me, I was like, I'm tired of this. I was like, no, I'm not gay. I would never say I was gay. Like, I couldn't say that. Like, I just couldn't say it. I was just like, I have a girlfriend. Like, I have a girlfriend. I would just say I had a girlfriend. And so, I mean, it was hard at first. Like, people were judging me, but I didn't, like, it came to a point where I really didn't care anymore what people were saying about me. I mean, I cared on the inside, but I didn't show it. Like, I was like, whatever. Like, whatever. So, like, a lot of the boys at school, at my high school, they were mad at me because, like, after I just was like, I have a girlfriend, like, all the girls at school really just started saying, like, if they were gay or if they like girls. Everybody, I guess, got this new urge. If Kai could do it, I guess I could do it. So everyone started, and all the boys are like, I'm like, whatever. I didn't do it on purpose. Like, if everyone they just decided to come out. So then my whole school, all the people who at school who were like in the closet, I guess they started to come out. So I was like, I guess a spokesperson at my school, because it really wasn't that accepted at my school. So before I even came out, I saw Sakina, and I was like secretly in love with her. And I have never in my life have I ever just seen someone and just be like, oh my god, like, I have to have you. Sakina was the first and only girl that ever happened to me, person, period. Like, she was so freaking, oh my god, and I didn't even know she was gay. We didn't even know each other. I just seen her, and I wanted her. I mean, it took me a while, 2 years, but, like, when I finally ever got the balls to talk to Sakina, guys, like, Sakina did a lot for me. Like, personally, I think I did a lot for her, but, like, with her being able to come out, but Sakina really did a lot for me, because, I mean, I was out, but I never could, like, I never said that I was gay. Like, I would just say I have a girlfriend, and Sakina really made it so that I could just be comfortable with who I am. I was finally able to say, like, I'm gay. Like, with Sakina, I can just say I'm gay. Like, I love my girlfriend to death. Like, I do. And, like, I want to be with her for the rest of my life. So, if that makes me gay or a lesbian or whatever, like, but I don't really label myself. Like, I mean, I know I just really love my girlfriend. And it was really hard though. Like, I really had to deal with that for like 18 years, 17 years of my life. And like, where me and Sakina, where we're from, like, it's not it that accepted to just be like gay. Like, it's really not. Like, we're from the South, so it's not, typical. It's not. Yeah, so where it's really hard. It was hard. It was really, really hard. But once I got with Sakina, it was like I didn't even care no more. Like, I don't care no more. I can just say it. Like, I love my girlfriend. I'm just open. Like, I don't care. I don't care what anyone has to say about me. Like, I really don't care anymore. Like, it is what it is. And if you can't accept that, then that's on you. So, oh God, sorry guys. So yeah, that was my coming out story, as you may. My grandma, she supports me. My mom, she just recently started to support me. She told me if me and Sakina got married, because I asked her if we got married, would she come to our wedding? And she was like, yes, if God spares her life to be alive when that happens. And then that made me so happy. My father, he does not accept it. I mean, he loves me, but he tells me that I can't bring it around his home and stuff, so like I wouldn't, but I don't really care. Like I said, guys, I don't care what people have to say about me. I don't care if you accept me. If you accept it or you don't, that's on you, and I'm gonna continue to live my life and be happy. It took me a while to come to copes with that, or to cope with that, but I mean, here it is, and I'm happy. So yeah, bye guys.